Hey everyone, welcome back. A lot has changed, not too much. I didn't push ahead with things like building so we could build those things together. But remember we talked about a big base move. And I wanted to, as I was doing that, wiring it up, it was taking a lot of time and I was like, okay, well I can record every single one, which I really want to do because we're playing this together. But I was like, I know y'all could do that, and you've seen the bots and you've seen everything work. So basically I moved the base. Well, it's in the process of being moved, and I'm going to show you that in a second because you see little bots flying around. But I've rebuilt everything that I built before in a little bit more a cleaner fashion on our new mall. So everything that we had before is built again, expanded a little bit to add a lot more bulk, and then we're going to continue on with everything else. So I'm going to zoom out here for you all to see, and I've added some lights for nighttime viewing. But we started, we got our green circuits, we've got what you see here, we've got our belt factories built now. Everything from the old base is getting dumped into these boxes by bots. That's why you see them constantly working, and I'll show you. This is just a huge mess, but I plan to clean these out once the entire base is moved. That's going to be kind of a big thing to get done. So everything from the old base is getting moved into here, which is fine. And we've got our belt line right here where we left off right where we did before. You can check and see. And then I started segmenting things out into use cases. So this is just kind of the base build dynamic that you see here from before. It's a little bit longer than usual, but I also started doing earth fill-ins because if, I don't want to fight with it, I could just come here, grab some, be done. I'm putting bot ports here for the bot network, but we do repairs, and as you can see, this is the same thing that was there before. This is train tracks and antennas and boxes that we have here. Then I created a small little mini builder for pipes and cogs that I use for this massive expanded out engine building factory. So before we had some, now I just created a dedicated thing for engine building 100% and just had that set here, so you're seeing it all built out. I tried to line everything up, and I still have some cleanup to do with the telephone poles to make it neat, and I'll show you what that looks like in a bit. But now I have a dedicated engine building factory that feeds the bus. So I put engines on the bus, and then we created the train depot pickup stuff, which is everything for trains that are set right here. Everything for oil processing so far is set right here. I had to create a secondary one for this, which is a little off, but that's okay. It's a little off, but that's all right. But that's just going to be there. I've greatly expanded the red circuit making factory. So you see it right here. So now we have dedicated and red circuits are added to the bus. So greatly expanded that. We created, instead of doing the old furnaces, which you'll see here, the steel furnaces, we've moved past that now. So we're on electric furnaces because we have red circuits. So instead of doing steel, I did electric furnaces, which is the big dog. So they have their own set that's here that's getting pushed into a box. And then we were doing our little engine, right? Our little, what do you call these? Electric engine units. I made a massive factory for that as well. So, and it's expandable. I made it so it's expandable, and it's neat and ordered, as you can see. There's a little bit of cleanup to do here and there, but we'll get there. But we're trying to keep it as neat as we can for right now. But it is also going on the bus. So as you can see, the bus is expanding as I'm pulling it down. Then from there, we're importing our batteries like we did before, and we created the airframe, a very big airframe factory. And with that airframe factory, which that is also on the bus, we created a little bot factory here that's right here that's doing both logistics bots and construction bots. I have them both being placed into this unit. So now it looks like it's all logistics bots in here right now. But anytime this thing runs out, it's just going to feed more in, and then I could just come here and pick up more if I need to. So that really builds that out. my plan is to get, there's a way to upgrade that, but not right now. But then we have those being built individually in a nice little set. And then finally, where we left off, where we started creating the RoboPorts. And so we have a factory for RoboPorts that just does what it needs to do, and it's built off. I just use brick for this. If you grab brick and you just place it on the ground, you can just place brick. So if you see on the bus, I think this is where it has the most. We've got engines, iron, copper, red, green circuits, stone, brick, steel plate, plastics, batteries, small engines, and airframes. And we also have the lubricant piping down as well. So the only other thing I did, because if you look at my inventory, it's a little bit sparse. I got hit by a train in the preceding ones and died. If you get hit by a train, you will die. Now, I was like, okay, that's cool. I could just go pick back up my body. But the problem with that is the game gives you 15 minutes to find wherever you died, because it starts you back over at the crash site. And wherever you died, you have to get to within 15 minutes. I didn't know that, so my body despawned and I lost everything. So I had to actually, this lovely logistics helped a ton, but I had to rebuild. I had to come, thank you, I had the bus, because of the bus, I was able to rebuild everything that I had in here before. I'm thinking of adding another personal RoboPort here, but other than that, that was fun. That was fun that happened, but I still recovered from it, which is fine, and because I have that back normal. The next thing I did was I created, this is the thing that we didn't do together, and that's okay, but I created a solar panel and a accumulator factory. So tons of accumulators, tons of solar panels, because solar power. I'm just kind of on this side. Yeah, you're gonna see all my bots. I'll get to that in a second. But my plan is to come up and cover this area here with solar panels after all the bots are done doing what they're doing, tearing down the base. So we're gonna get a lot more energy. But the other thing I did, and I'll pop out for a second, is with the train yard, I came in here. Remember, it was just turning down. I just went and completed the connection to this one up there. So now we have a full loop on what's going on at the base. All right. You saw this and you're like, what the hell? These are my bots. I created thousands of bots to tear down the old base. If we go into the old base, you'll see a lot of it is gone, except for science, and I'll get to you what my plan is there. For there, and then processing. So this is kind of conserving a lot. But I'm tearing down everything that was production, because that's all going to be done at the new mall. So I just highlighted everything with the deconstruction planner and made sure that the RoboPort networks was connected. That's what those lines are. And as long as they're connected, they're going to tear it down and move it. So I'm tearing everything down. I've torn down everything that you saw over here. So now I moved over to clean this up. And then once all that's torn down, my plan is I'm going to go a little thematic and make it a little fun, because we're building stuff, we're having a good time. I'm going to create in this old space. This is going to be basically I'm going to treat it as like a hidden military base, right? Where science is being experimented on. So all science will be done here. Once I tear this all down, I don't want to lose any of the science, so I'm going to separate these networks and create a new network here that I'm going to tear all this down, put all the science stuff in there, and then use all the science. And basically, I will have a spot somewhere in the mall, and this is why, if you look over here, I'm keeping this area kind of clean. I'm going to have science be created over here somewhere, like in secret, and then I'm going to have a secret train that drives it all the way back up here to the science facilities that do all the research. It's just fun. It's just fun, right? I can do all of it there and not have to worry about it, but I plan to just kind of make it a fun little thing to have one train deliver all science as it's coming up, or 1 to 2 trains that will just be on their own little network that's going to drive up here, deliver science to the secret base. And that's where we're going to do our scientific research. Yes, look at all the glorious bots work. It makes me so happy. But for this episode, while that stuff's happening, as you could, our job here is going to be solar panels. So during the day, we're going to get a huge boost in power. I was thinking of doing the solar panels for the science things, but I don't want them to. I may like siphon some power. You know how the government does it? I do air quotes with the government, where I'll build it and it's be like, oh, we're building it for the betterment of society, and secretly we're gonna grab a telephone, a power line, and run down, and that's what's going to, build all the science stuff that's hidden behind walls and gun placements and all that other stuff. So we're gonna have a good time with it. But for right now, we're building for the betterment of society, right? I've never done these solar panels, so I'm super curious how they play out. It says, so let's take a look at our helper and see if there's a solar panel one in here so we can look at it. Let's see. Z to drop, stacks, and so it doesn't look like there is, so it looks like we're just gonna have to figure this one out. Steam power. That's so cool to see that. You see like the engine whirring. That's so cool. Talks about that. I think I have to place one for it to do it. If it's gonna show up. So let's grab, is there anything else I'm missing? Accumulators. This is nuclear reactor power, which we're gonna get to because I needed to do this factory too. For the modules, productivity modules, because I need red and green circuits to make those. So let's make that first. We're gonna come down here past the red circuit, so everything else is there minus. I'm not dragging anything back up. It's all the way down. And if we need to add more, we just add more. But this has red and green circuits and airframes, but I don't want to fight. And I mix those belts together. I came on this lovely little thing here, design that I created to just kind of mix belts together, make things a little easier for us. So we're gonna do. I don't want to go too far because you see there's lots of oil down here and that ore. I don't want to impede on that because I plan to siphon that oil. I plan to use all of that. So I think once we hit this bottom one, that's where we're going to stop in terms of making stuff, and then everything else will be on the side. But I wanted to do the modules first. So all they need is red and green circuits. That's all, because I think the new ones need blue and red circuits. Yeah. So we just need red and greens. And this ought to be good for building. So let's go ahead and I give it a nice amount of space. So we'll do that. 2, 3, 4, 5. What do you think? 5 each? I think 5 each is good. So that means like it'll be weird. I'll have to split it a bunch. What do you think about that? So if we do... we could do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but what's the point? See, I'm trying to make it as clean as possible, right? So if we do 1, 2, 3 for each, then we could run it through. Ew, the middle one's gonna be messy. The accumulator ones, I don't mind. I just need to figure them out. Because if we do one and we run a belt this way, we could pull it in, siphon that belt to a box, siphon the other belt to a box underneath it, but then the third one would be the interesting bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would kind of be the out. This would be the in, and this would be the in. We're just going to copy this mix and design here. And we'd say that it'll come here and split. Actually, let's pull it down a little lower. Let's say it'll come here. It's weird that it would do that. I'll do it right there. Then we can split it. Like so. We'll say that this is blues. So, we could actually mix and match, you know. We could do that. So it could be shift right click, left click. This one will be greens. Right click, left click. This one will be reds. Right click, left click. And then we just rinse and repeat. Like, that actually seems like a good idea. So there. So we'll have 3 of each. Yeah. Because they're all going to the same box. And I think we can make this work. We don't have to get all jazzed with it, all jazzy. So then to keep things orderly, I've started putting down the poles first. That way I don't have a specific person wanting to kill me. And we still need to do that, and that. So then this will be out, 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 and out. Oop. And the ends. Right. And then we can say, I know what I'd like to do. I don't have that research yet. What I'd like to do is there's 2 more of these that I'd love for things to get placed on, but I have to research it, which will be what's coming up in another video. So let's take this up. We're gonna put that there, and then we need these 2. So what I usually do is I say, okay, well, this one is gonna have to be here, and then this one, this one down is gonna have to be there. We're then going to do that, and that, oop, that, and the rest should run. Those will be there. All the rest of these should flow. I'm just making sure I don't impede on anything. This thing being very meticulous with making sure nothing impedes these flows. And see, this is where I gotta fix this. Boom. And this one. Boom. And then that should go straight through. And that go there. And then we do this and that. And they should mix together real nice like. And then I see stuff processing. I see stuff processing. And what we could do, right? I'll just do this off here, is we can say, we can do this and then this. So what we can do this here. Now watch this. This is to say, okay, output priority is going to be to the right, the top, and we're going to output, oh, sorry. I got to make sure I do this right. So output priority is going to be to the bottom, to the top, and we only want to put blue ones out to the top, which means red and green are going to come through here. Then we do an output priority to the bottom, and we say only red ones come out of there. Right? Now, if my calculations are correct, and I'll tear it down if I'm wrong, but what this should do is it should... We'll only do that much right now for all of them. Shift right click. Yeah, so they should have all been updated. Now when I connect this, that means that green should be coming in the middle, blue at the top, and red at the bottom. No mistakes. Let's see how we did. Oh, shoot, I didn't connect it. It's important. That's an important part of the game. Get stuff working. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. So now they're on the same belt and they're going into different boxes, completely separated. And that keeps it nice. That's nice and docile. I love that. If you wonder why I keep saying that, it comes from Parks and Rec. There's one of the guys, one of the like I think it was one of like the person who owns the Candy Corporation, when he was talking about controlling people with not lactose, with high fructose corn syrup. He would just talk about it. He's like, yeah, that's how I like him. Nice and docile. It's so weird. But anyway, there we go. Cool. I can do an output priority to the left for that one, and an output priority to the left for that one too. Hopefully that feeds through what we need. Yeah, but everything's looking smooth. We've got, yeah, so we're good. So they'll go until this fills up, and we've got the modules being made. These modules can get used here to speed things up if we want, to make things faster, to make them produce more. I believe it's faster, produce more, increase machine speed at a cost of increased energy consumption, decrease machine energy consumption, minimum energy consumption 20%, or machine will create extra products at a cost of increased energy consumption and reduced speed. So you get to choose which ones you want, but that's what we wanted to build. All right. So let's pop back up here. And if I ever feel red production is suffering, all I can do is just add on to this, and it shouldn't anymore. If you notice on this side, like it's waiting. It's like, yeah, use it. Use me, please. Please use me. Left side. Let's do priority to the left side. But it should never run out. The left side's got stuff for days, and it's waiting to be used, but the right side seems to be getting used a lot. Okay. We can just walk away from that. And how's the machines doing? Yeah, because I think like, look, see, they're doing a great job of tearing everything down. That is awesome. That is awesome. All right. So we're learning about energy. Store a limited amount of energy when available. Production exceeds demand and releases it in the opposite case. Alright, there's gotta be a battery. Is it something that we researched that I just don't know about? Let's find solar power. Which then leads to all that cool stuff. You. What are you? No, that's a discharge defense thing. I don't care about that. What about the accumulator? This guy. Okay, well, let's build and see what we can do. Is that the thing that I didn't? Oh, that's the thing I didn't build. This, a substation. Yeah, that's the thing I didn't build. Okay, we need substations. Copper, steel, and red circuits. Oh, whatever will we do? That should be with the high tension line. Where is the high tension line? Ooh, that is before red circuits. Right? The high power lines? Or is it after? Furnace. That. Yeah, it looks like it's before. Sorry, I'm looking for where if I can add it to, if it was anywhere. Like I said, I'm not running any of this stuff up. My bots love me. They love me. Look at all of them. Alright, it must be before that. Yeah, there they are. They're right up here. They're all the way up here. I would love to add it to them, but I can't. So what we're gonna do is the bus flows in one direction, not the band. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Somebody's gonna do it, I know it. And we need copper, steel, and red circuits. We got steel and red circuits. We don't have copper. So that makes me sad that that this is just gonna be one thing. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? I think we're gonna put it over here. I don't need it to just sit off by itself and waste my life. So we're just gonna put it over here. We're just gonna add it on here. And we'll put a box here. Put this here. We're gonna make an entire line of them because we've got a lot to do. This will be the substation. And all we really need to run is you across here. And we will get copper. Gotta be careful how I run this. Like, it would have been great to run right here, but this thing's in the way. I mean, I could short it, but no, that's gonna make things ugly. And if I'm gonna put it here, it would have to be up here, which is no bueno. Something's already in the way here. I could same belt it. I could do that. Put another belt mix right between. And then mix these two together and then run it straight over. That's potential. Because then it'll be a belt mix here and here. This would have to stay. Yeah. So it'd be here. It'd be like so. And then I'd have to do it further up. Like that. Like so. Then all I really have to do, this is what's called thanking. I do it sometimes. Don't believe what anybody else tells you. Sometimes I'm smart. All the time. Not all the time. Well, let's not get crazy. But sometimes. Oh, look out. I will exceed your expectations. I could do it up here, but it's running it weird. But I could do this. How far do you stretch? Perfect. And then I could just... Look at me exceeding your expectations. Then all I have to do is turn this back and just run it straight across. You're impressed by me. I know you are. You're really not. You could probably care less on what I'm doing. All right, here we go. We could do this, and we could do that. It's too much. We could do that. And that should be more than enough. That should be more than enough. Okay. Things are still aligned. 2, 2, 2. We can move those over if we... Life is hard and we need to. It's not bothering me too much right now. But there we go. How long does it take to build one? Every 0.5 seconds. Oh, red circuits is the bit. I see. Well, it'll do what it's doing. It's building. We got time. If I was able to get another pole, not so shortchanged. That might be helpful. But there you go. Exceeding your expectations. Alright. So we've got... Alright, so they're just kind of stacking up right now, which is good, which means the boxes are full. Yep. So once these two fill up, this red will stop and back up to this one. Okay, so what we need for what we're building is our solar panels. I just need a stack of these, a stack of substations, but I don't know how many fill. I think it's 50 maybe? I don't know, we'll give it time. I need a substation, and then I need those accumulators. And then we can begin our solar farm. But so far, I mean, like I said, what I've tried to do was grid it properly. There's a little bit of jankness in there, so let's go and see if, while we're waiting for that to build, if we can alleviate some jankness. Everything lines up. That would put the alignments. What I don't like is, so you cover that, you cover that, you cover that. You need to be for these two. I mean, I could space these out, but no. I don't care. I don't care enough. I really don't care enough. Let's see. Where is... Ooh, there's a little weird little one right there. That one needs to move down. So... I'll just come down, come down, come down, come down. This one here. This one we can move... right there. There we go. So that's smooth. Smooth looking. This one, as I said, it's just weird. I could put it to the side, but the problem is they're not spaced out enough. I mean, I could space this, but then it'll break the consistency on this, which means moving everything here to the side, and that is not worth it. That's not worth my life's effort. y'all still working? How are you looking over here? Pretty decent. Pretty decent. You're doing work. Okay. All right, let's go check. The other thing I want to make is I need to make concrete. I want this hazard concrete one as well, but we need to make concrete. We could do this in a factory. We could do this in assembler as well. Well, this says made in assembler. This really isn't made anywhere. I think it's just a different type of concrete that we can make. And then this one's made in assembler to make reinforced concrete, reinforced hazard concrete. And if you want to get rid of clusters. But concrete's the next thing. We need iron ore, stone, brick, and water. Well, you know, we've got that iron ore at the bottom. We've got water over here at the bottom here. So that's the plan. It's just more... let's see. Do we have enough for a stack here? So we can, yes, we do. 50. Let's go. And you can see this is running faster. So solar. The factory is. It's orderly-ish. It's pretty-ish. I mean, honestly, I could fix this. I could. The question is, do I want to? To get this crisscross applesauce stuff out of here. I don't know if you're needed. Or you. Or you. Yeah, y'all aren't needed. Okay, so then... Why are you all crisscrossy? I don't know why they're all crisscrossy. But they are. Where am I? Ah, I'm here. There you go. Alright, we're wasting enough time. That's me going for perfection. Alright, let's get some stuff here. 50 is the line, and... let's pick these up. There we go. Okay. So let's do some tests, shall we? We're going to do one substation. One substation. Okay, I need to put these on here because it's driving me nuts. Here. Here. Where the hell's my substations? And here. Okay. So we're going to do one substation. Looks like it covers a lot. I'm going to come up here out of the way. Alright, so this is what connects to the antennas. Okay. So how far do they stretch? Okay, so blue to blue. Okay, so we'll do that. Then we'll do accumulators. Surrounds the substation. And then from there... oh, I can't turn panels. The panels are the way the panels are, so... Good lord. Ah! me. I swear to God, it hates me. Right? Okay, so what are we looking at here? Yeah, look at that. So that substation's picking up that power, which is fully covered. So is that one. And that's kind of our bit, right? So we're going to copy this and just make the world a better place, right? That's the plan. Accumulated power, 160 megajoules of accumulated power. Wow. I don't know what all the a megajoule versus a megawatt. Let's see if we can make it say megawatt. So we're going to do that and that. And I'm out of all that stuff. Alright, so let's go get more. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna build 5 of these, because we're gonna want these bots to do it for us. So we are going to create a box here that is going to be fed that stuff. And a box here that is also going to be fed that stuff. Build it for me, my children. Build it for your master. And let it build itself. For the betterment of humanity, says the government. For the betterment of humanity. What is the 10? What's not built? An accumulator? They're all covered in the build zone. 10 things aren't built. Huh. Well. Why is that not the case? Probably because they're so busy cleaning up the base they don't have time. Yeah, because there's 50 of them in there. There's no reason. There is no reason. And they are in the pickup zone. This is the orange is the refuel zone, and the green is the pickup zone. So I think it's because they're just busy. I could get my bots to do it. Children. Here, let me put this here, because it looks like we gotta... These get cleaned up after the mass migration's complete. There we go. There we go. Now they're gonna go take care of it. So we should see that... yep, gone. There it is. Oh, gone. Problems have been solved. What are we looking at? Megajoules. Yes. Yes. Build it. Yes. Good. Good. Alright, so we've got area to build more, so let's build more. Here they come. Look at them in force. Look at the beauty. Ooh. Oh, somebody. Ah, that's why. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna break this network. Y'all had to come over here. I need to break the network so I could finish this out. Yeah, and you can't run through them either. So once you build them, they're there to stay. I want to break that loop. Anyway, but there's our solar factory. Ooh, look at that. It's adding some stuff. So whoever knows about the maths between megajoules and megawatts, I don't. I'm not going to pretend to. I don't freaking know. But it looks like it's gathering 19.2 megawatts. This is storing that much. So that means that if we ever have a power outage, it'll use this. So it's generating 19 megawatts, basically. So we're styling. How are y'all looking over there? Oh, it looks like y'all might be done. Very good. Very good, my children. They've cleaned it all up. We're not done yet. Don't act like you're finished. No, no. You need to clean that, and that, and that, and that. You need to get rid of that. 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 Yeah, and then we'll start pulling the roboports back slowly once all that's been picked up. The fleet is on the move. But they've done a pretty good cleanup. So there you go. There you go. This is gonna be it for this episode. Welcome back to Factorio, and we have this lovely. We're gonna fill this area full of this stuff. This is gonna be a massive, betterment of humanity. We're not gonna use that for nefarious purposes whatsoever, and it's gonna be great. All right, everybody. Until then, I love you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Bye-bye.